Hello, my name is Bryson White, and today I will be talking about descriptive grammar. First, let's go over the definition for descriptive grammar. Descriptive grammar is a set of rules about language based on how it is actually used. It is the systematic study and description of a language. It is the essential rules of grammar that make a language comprehensible. Descriptive grammar is how we talk to people in comparison to how we write or see it written. There is no right or wrong when talking about descriptive grammar. The laws of descriptive grammar are laid back and mellow and just keep track of what you do with your language. It describes the way people use language. Descriptive grammar rules are known intuitively and need no need to be taught. Here are some examples of descriptive grammar. Example 1, he says and he goes. When you are telling a story to someone and saying what another person says, you'd probably say he goes and say what that person said. But the correct thing to say would be he says and continue on with what the person is saying. Using he goes is descriptive grammar because it is not correct, but is how we communicate with each other. Who and whom. Whom, when used correctly, should be used as a subject. But when using descriptive grammar, people use who as the subject instead of whom. You hardly hear anyone say, "Whom is that?" You hear them say, "Who is that?" instead. Example 3, may I and can I. I'm sure everyone has been caught doing this before. The correct way to ask to do something is by saying, may I, but we all know that we always say, can I instead. Growing up in school, this would happen every time you would ask to go to the restroom. You would say something like, "Teacher, can I go to the bathroom?" And they would always respond by saying, "I don't know, can you?" and make you re-say it using may I. This is the perfect example of descriptive grammar. It is not the correct way to say something, but it is how we communicate with each other. Example 4, you okay and are you okay? This is one that I hear a lot and find myself saying a lot. People leave off the word are when asking if someone is okay, and that is not actually grammatically correct, but it is again how we communicate with each other, and that is descriptive grammar. The last example is number 5, and that is double negatives. I don't need nothing. Having two negatives is not correct at all, but it is descriptive grammar when you say it. I find myself saying this a lot when my mom asks me if I need anything from the store. I usually simply reply with, I don't need nothing. Descriptive grammar can be compared to prescriptive grammar, and that is a set of explicit rules for using language that are taught or enforced so that people will use the language in a particular way. Here's another example of descriptive grammar. This is a comic strip I found, and it uses the may I, can I example from earlier. The lady is saying, I've written a book on grammar, and the publishing guy says, can I see it? The lady then says, may I see it? And the publishing guy replies with, not only that, you can keep it. We technically learn things about descriptive grammar and use it before we learn about other parts of grammar. It's just one of those things we don't learn in a classroom. Hopefully now you have a better understanding of what descriptive grammar is, and you can understand why we say things that may not be grammatically correct.